Hello everybody, this is Val with This Is How You Do It. I'm at the top of the hill. This is the stop sign. I stopped to tell you that Willie got people that live down that way, and he got folks that live down that way. Plus he got people in his family that live on this street, our street, and the street around the corner from his mom's house. Now, the reason I said that is to say this. How many of you judge a book by its cover, or judge a person by what they look like on the outside? Now, this is me today, and most people judge you by the way you look first glance. Then all of a sudden they made an opinion about you, an assumption about you, and their mind is made up. And sometimes it is hard to change their opinion about what they think about you. It can be years can pass by and they still think about you that same way. And the reason I say that is that when I first moved down here, the people down here thought very little of me. Very little. And Willie mom's house, her window, and she sat in the kitchen all day with the TV on, watching soap operas, things like that, and watching cars pass by. If they went to my house or went to his brother's house. And before those people could leave or get out their car, everybody up and down this street, which is this one right here, would know who was at my house, who stopped at my house, and what I was doing in my yard. So it was a lot of gossips on this street, the other street, and up and down to both streets. And they were older people. And by me being young, and there are so many different facets of me, this is not me. Y'all see I do this every once in a while. I was judged, sentenced, and tried the first couple of days when I met Willie, and I had children, had a ready-made family, and they assumed that I got with him for him to take care of me, because that's the impression that I guess I gave off. I don't know. I don't know. And at that time, what get me about that, Willie didn't even have a job when I met him. He didn't. And I won't go into all the details about that, but he was a truck driver for 38 years. And his truck was broke down at the house, and he hadn't driven it in a while because it needed a motor or something. I don't know, transmission. I don't know all the ins and outs about big trucks. It's a big truck, so you know that costs a lot of money to have that done. Anyway, he ended up getting rid of that truck. But these old people had judged me. And sometimes it's hard to live down there, especially in a tight-knit community like this. And most of those old people are dead and gone, you know. And you know, most of the thing about gossip get back to the person that they start gossiping about, you know. But I still held my head up and tried to live above the gossip. Sometimes people, that's all you can do. Instead of chasing a lie, or running behind a lie, or running behind what somebody said about you, the best thing to do is live above it. Because can't nobody make you what you're not, you know? Can't nobody make you an evil-hearted person if you're not. Can't nobody make you a slut if you're not. Can't nobody make you a gold digger if you're not. Being spoiled and being a gold digger is two different things. I didn't know I was spoiled until I got around people that didn't have as much as me. See, that makes a big difference too. So I really realized that I was spoiled, and I started watching other people, how they act and how little they had and how grateful they were and happy they were. And the things don't make a person happy. People assume it does, and it doesn't. I learned a lot living out here. I learned a lot. I learned that no matter what walk of life you're from, there's prejudice in all of that. I went from the sticks of Alabama, so the people from the sticks judged me harshly. And I've been trying to make this my community for 15 years. And you know what I learned also? When I was with my first husband. I was with him for 15 years before we got a divorce. We actually divorced after 17 years. But, well, we separated after 17 years. But what really got to me was that when my husband's mom died, I went to, not one of his brothers, I went to one of the funerals, and my husband at the time was showing out in front of his girlfriend like he didn't need me, he didn't want me, and he was arguing with me, and he grabbed me and pushed me in the car. And Tonya said, "Mama, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car." And I was just crying. And then his sister wanted to jump on me. And I was like, and then I said something to his mom, like talking to her like she was my mom. And they looked at me like I didn't even exist. And I've been with that man 15 years. And the lady that he was dating, he only knew a month. And I started to cry. I said, how long I have to be with this man for y'all to accept me? I've been with him 15 years and have children by him. But you know what, people? They don't have to accept you. You didn't marry them. You married the man. And it's not so much as that hurt when they didn't accept me, but it hurt more that he treated me like a stranger. I didn't have any kids with him, and my children didn't have a right to be at their uncle's funeral. You gotta remember, I had kids. That's their family too. See, you see what I'm saying? I took my children to give respect and to say goodbye to somebody they know all their life. You know? And I think about these old people sometimes. And sometimes they forget that they were young one day. Or a long time ago. All their children got different names. So what that mean? Right? You got 3 and 4 sets of children, but yet and still, the young girl that's coming to your family is a slut, but all her children got the same name. Okay. And I think old people forget that they ever went to a club. They ever had anything to drink. Or they ever did anything that their parents and their grandparents did not approve of. Sure, I got all this crap all over my face. But this does not make Valerie. This isn't the be-all and the end-all of Valerie. You get me? Now, I never wore this around them. This is a side of me that none of these people out here have ever seen. Because when I do my makeup and I have my fun days, that's for me. And if I happen to go to the store because I'm hungry, I'd be in a vehicle. So, but I walked out today, didn't nobody see me. But then I just thought about that thing, on how we judge people. Who are you judging today? Who in your life that when you first saw them, you said, I can't stand them? Who in your life that dress or skirt was a little short and then you didn't like them from then on? Or bosoms stuck out a little bit more than you thought they should, so you don't like them no more? or stomach was out. They had on this high top blouse, and so you decided you didn't like them. Or they came with a bunch of children, and you called them a ready-made family. But the man you seeing, he got kids too. They just don't live with them. You see? You see what I'm saying? A woman is a ready-made family. But a man can have children stroll all over the planet, and the woman get with him, they don't call him a ready-made family with all his mama drama. You know? They don't say he ain't good for her, but they'll definitely come out and say she ain't good for him. Yeah. Okay, I'm back, y'all. And y'all see all the heavy breathing that I did from just coming home. And I did the walk, see, at the house. And this is my breathing from just making it to the house. I'm going to conclude this thing by saying, y'all know me. Y'all know my heart. Y'all know me, what I said I was like before I met Willie. But then there was what I was like when I was married. I was Holy Ghost filled, tongue talking, Pentecostal when I was with my husband. Didn't smoke, didn't drink, didn't cuss, didn't do any of that stuff. Didn't wear makeup. Wore dresses only, no pants. See, that's a side of me that y'all don't even know. And I was a minister in the church. So the thing is, that was me during my first marriage. During my second marriage, I became cruel. I didn't let no man take advantage of me. And I said what I want, and who I would put up with and who I would not put up with, and the things that I would not take from a man. But my husband made me out of that in a way once we broke up. And then I met Willie, and I started coming back into myself. I started talking to God again. I started believing that a man can love you and treat you with respect. That don't just happen once in life. And sometimes you believe that first marriage is forever. Sometimes it's not. But that don't mean that you won't find a new love. And I just want to thank the Lord for that. And thank y'all right now as I speak to you. Do not judge a book by its cover. Sometimes we can't afford the finer things in life. Sometimes we can't have our hair done. Sometimes we don't smell as good as we should. But that's me and you judging a person on the outside instead of getting to know that person and finding out what that person is really all about. There are several layers to Valerie, and I'm sure there are several layers to you. And this is this is how you do it. Don't judge me harshly. Bye-bye now.